Well, hello there, worship team. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy midweek. Coming to you a couple of days late here this week because of Memorial Day weekend, but it was a good time. I hope you guys had a opportunity to spend time with family and friends and take some time to rest and rejuvenate yourselves. I know I took some of that time and it was really, really valuable. So, yeah, all is well here in the FB Maryville world, and I trust and hope that it is well with you as also. So let's jump into today. I've got 4 different topics that I want to run through and make sure are on your radar. One thing that's going to probably be new, and then a few others that are just going to be repeats. So, kicking right in here, let's start with summer blockout dates. As you know, we have just started the summer schedule, or I should say we've just started compiling and putting together the summer schedule. So if you have blockout dates for the months of July and August, let me encourage you, if you're watching this video right now, hit pause, or if you're watching it live, whenever I finish, go over to Planning Center, either on the app or on the desktop, your web browser on your desktop. Go over to Planning Center, put in your blockout dates. If you don't know that process, let me encourage you to go back and watch last week's update video. It's the video that came out on May 24th. In that, I walk through the whole process of how to put blockout dates in on your mobile phone, so within the mobile app using an iPhone, and I also walk through the desktop process. It's super easy, both of these. In fact, you're probably going to be able to just figure it out on your own. Nevertheless, do make sure that you are putting those blockout dates in and that you're keeping them up to date. I think this is going to be a unique summer in some ways. The thing that'll be constant is that people tend to travel in the summer. Totally get that, and I think that's fantastic, and I travel as well, do the same. But we've come out of 14 months of really kind of being cooped up, and I think a lot more people are going to be traveling a lot more this summer. And I hope you are one of those people. I hope you're able to soak it in and really enjoy the summer. But please do make sure that you have blockout dates in Planning Center. It really makes the scheduling process a lot easier. Let me also encourage you, whenever you get service requests, let me encourage you to respond to those within 48 hours. I know sometimes you have to check your calendar, and I know that you have to have a conversation with your spouse. I get that. But if you wouldn't mind, do respond within 48 hours. We have had a little bit of responding either the week of or a few days before or even the night before the service with a decline, which, as you can imagine, makes things extraordinarily difficult whenever you're dealing with trying to coordinate multiple schedules and things like that. So as a courtesy to your team and to your team leaders, please respond promptly to your service requests and keep those blackout dates up to date, nice and fresh within Planning Center. Okay, so you've got to the end of this week to get those in, and then your team leaders will start to put together your schedule for July and August. All right. Coming up this Sunday on the 6th, we're going to begin our summer vocal rehearsals. Now, I won't go into depth here because I've elaborated on that the last several weeks in our update videos, but essentially we're going to peel the vocals off from the band at 7 a.m. on Sunday mornings and have a vocal-specific rehearsal, and we'll have a band-specific rehearsal. So everybody's still rehearsing at 7 o'clock, and then around 7:30, 7:45, we'll bring everybody back together and we'll rehearse everything in its entirety at that point. So just make note of that. There's really nothing extra that you need to do other than just be aware that that's happening. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is worship night for June 27th. That's coming up pretty quickly. It's about a month away. And this worship night will be in the chapel. We're going to be set up in the round, and we're going to be focusing on where we're going this summer with our summer series, Meals with the Master. I think it's going to be a great time, a refreshing time. If you missed the last worship night, it was just an incredible evening, and we plan and anticipate another incredible evening. So come and be ready to engage and participate on June 27th. As I always say with our worship nights, I know you can't make every one of them, but I do want you to make them a priority in your calendar and in your schedule. We only do 5 or 6 of these every year, and so I think it's really important to engage well with these evenings. No matter what season of life you're in, worshiping with your brothers and sisters is absolutely crucial to caring for the new life that courses through your veins. So please make these a priority and come and sing, or I should say come to as many of them as you can. I understand the other commitments that you might have, but come to as many of them as you can. Sunday, June 27th in the chapel, 6:00 p.m. That's our next worship night. And finally today, we're blazing through this, which is great. Finally today, I want to walk through the services for this coming weekend. If you've got Planning Center, you can take a look. If not, I'm going to put it up here on the screen. It's going to be a pretty straightforward weekend, but we are starting a brand new series called Meals with the Master. And we're going to be talking about the call of Jesus' disciple Matthew this weekend. If you know the story of Matthew, you know that he was a tax collector and that he was one of the more despised, I guess you could say, disciples within Jesus' inner circle. But yet Jesus called him. Jesus placed worth upon him and placed worth upon the image of God that was in him. And of course, he's used him, and we continue to benefit from the work that Matthew did in the first century. So, all that to say, there's a lot to learn from the call of Matthew, and I think it's going to be a great kickoff to this series, Meals with the Master. So, pre-service this weekend, we'll do a 5-minute countdown timer, and we will go right into Follow You Anywhere right at the beginning of the service. Welcome and greeting, and then we are into our 3-song set, Yes I Will, Reckless Love, and So Will I. Key of E, and then Reckless Love and So Will I in the key of A. We'll then have a bumper video, and we'll transition into the message. And I will say this weekend, Tom is planning to use his marker board again, just for this particular message. He will also use his TV. So his marker board is going to kind of go off stage right, where he's been placing his props the last few weekends. So just heads up, that is something that you need to note for this Sunday. And then we will have our invitation, offertory, benediction, and we'll do chorus before the bridge to the end of Follow You Anywhere to wrap up the service for Sunday morning. All right. Well, that is everything I have for you today. If you've got any questions, you can comment below. Leave them in the comments below. You can send me an email, text me. I'm here to help however I can. But otherwise, I will see you this Sunday. We are not having Saturday night service for the next few months. I will see you this Sunday, June 6th, for part 1.